What's up, boys? Today we're going to be playing some of the worst map in the game. However, we're looking for a bunch of plasma weapons to bounce around the map and use the terrain against the bugs. Since the vines constantly respawn here, you can always bounce some of your plasma weapons off of them even when the bosses destroy them. They'll grow back after a little bit, so you can use them for a bit of extra damage. We're going to be looking for the SHARD diffractor mainly, but also the breach cutter, both heavy plasma weapons that shoot beams out, and we're also going to be trying some slightly underused and probably pretty underpowered overclocks. On the SHARD diffractor, I'm looking for the overclocks that give massive damage but reduce the lifetime of the beams. There's one at level 18 and also one at either level 6 or 12 that you can get. But the main thing about that is you're going to need some decent beams from legendaries to hopefully make them worth it. Since at level 18 you're giving up a massive +3 beams in order to get just 150% damage. We'll go ahead and lock in the breach cutter here. Gold tipped is okay. Actually, red sugar on the very first level is a lot of survivability. I think I'm down for that, honestly. We'll take some piercing on that. Wouldn't mind getting the plasma conversion on the warthog at some point to help that scale up a bit with plasma damage. Yeah, if you get the red sugar cube at the very start, it should be over 200 HP towards the end, I think. So that'll be a nice chunk of survivability on a map that's pretty hard to move around at some point, so could come in handy. Let's go for a bit of XP. We should be decent with the HP as long as we get a bunch of red sugar. We're also going to need to get a bit more lifetime and reload speed than you normally would on a build like this, since the SHARD diffractor will be losing quite a bit here. The shock is decent, but I'm not really going for potency or status stuff here, and that will add both of those to the pool. So let's just go damage and reload speed here. That would allow me to get potency as an upgrade on the breach cutter. And it would also add status damage to the pool when I don't think any of my weapons will be doing that. So we'll have more focused upgrades if I don't take that. Okay. Thought I couldn't squeeze through there for a second. Gonna try and keep them constantly in range of the breach cutters so that they don't stay too healthy towards the end. But don't think it's realistic to explore the map and do damage with the warthogs to them currently. So hopefully that'll be enough. Weapon range. Let's go ahead and check the overclock here. No plasma, so we'll take some fire rate reload speed for that. Looks like nothing down here. Let's try and get the detonator on the elites if I can, since I think I will have a bit of an issue with single target damage currently. Big reload. Breach cutter. Try and drag the Praetorians through the Nitro bits. Man, it is hard to mine on this map. We're looking for plasma. Gun platform could be converted. I think I'm down to take the plasma burster to make it a bit easier to hit later on, and it'll fit with the bouncing plasma through the terrain. Some decent pickup. I think they're starting to ramp up enough that we probably need to go for some damage on the elites and not farm as much. Well, actually, the Warthog kind of blasted them, so we're still okay. Breach cutter. Breach cutter, plasma, we'll take that. And then I guess we actually do need to end it pretty soon now. We'll take some reload for that. Plasma, let me get a bit of mining speed to move around the map faster. Big Warthog, sure. Oh, that's a dead end. Let's not go over there. Big breach cutter. We have a breach cutter overclock, sure. And we'll take the +1 beats for that. I'm trying to hit them. Okay, thank God. I kind of wish that weapons that change their aim a bit. Okay, nice. We got the SHARD diffractor, like the Warthog and the Lead Storm. I wish it was easier to sort of fire them straight ahead of yourself. Sometimes there's like an elite in front of you. We'll take the SHARD level, and they'll just shoot off to the side for some reason, and it'll be very hard to hit the target you're aiming for sometimes. Decent crits. Shard diffractor, I want to prioritize that one if I can, with the breach cutter as my secondary weapon here. You made short work of stage 1. Well done, miner. I'll take this one. So this is one of the ones I was looking for. Big damage, lose some lifetime. There's also a similar but higher stat version of this at level 18 that we're looking for. Now we're cooking with gas. Some pickup. Paint jobs from my main weapons. I don't think I'm going to need them. Let's see what else we can find. What else? Well, we're just getting a lot of paint jobs. Some reload there. Crit damage. More options. Another breach cutter, some crits. Bit of armor to go with my HP. You have your objectives. Get it done, miner. So, what does that look like now? 4-second lifetime, 2.81 reload. We'll definitely need some improvements to that, especially once we get the level 18 version of it. Reload for the breach cutter. God, all the way back there. I do want the SHARD diffractor, so we're going there. Some more pickup radius. Pretzel's not bad, but we can probably do something more interesting here. Energy bars for good damage, divers for no real downside. I think we can do this with the red sugar at level 1. We'll take some reload for the plasma burster. Let's go crit chance there. If I don't end up getting the plasma conversion on the Warthog, then it's just completely dead for me. But even then, I don't think it's going to be amazing, since we're going more into the heavy weapons and beam side of things. That level up knockback breach cutter. Some decent XP. Bit more lifetime. I could probably use some levels on those still, but we are the Tinkerer, which levels weapons pretty easily anyways. Bit more reload. Weapon range on the main weapon. Some decent crits. Try and keep them in range of the plasma beams at least. We have a breach cutter here. Shard diffractor every time. Shard diffractor. Probably gonna have to leave some resources behind here since it's so hard to move around this map until you get pretty good mining speed. Breach cutter can get level 18. We can probably find something for that in the shop. Grab the overclock here. We have to take a potency unlock for that, but slowing is nice to have, and that shouldn't unlock status damage as a global upgrade at least.
Stage completed. Onwards to stage 3.
I don't mind a cheap reload for that. I wouldn't mind that, but we're already pretty light on Nitro, and I want to get some stuff for the main weapons here. Plasma damage. Shard diffractor, some beam damage.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
Well, I was hoping the red sugar cube would make us decently tanky this run, but it's really just going to be canceling out the energy bars and giving us damage, apparently. Heavy reload for the two main weapons, that's solid.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Nitro scanner or ration pack? I have 200 HP right now. But we could get more weapon levels. Let's grab a bit more pickup. Ooh, big lifetime. I probably should have just taken the ration pack. There's just not that much terrain to mine on this map. We'll take a reload for that. That'll help it apply the slow effect more often. Big reload for that. Burn would unlock potency while not really doing a whole lot for me. Big crit chance. Weapon range. We'll take some more reload for that. The crowd control on it is quite nice, and getting some more overclocks to help out with that would be pretty handy. Decent global damage. We have some plasma, some cheap reloads if I want those. We'll probably hit level 18 without too much difficulty on that. I think I'm gonna wait a bit on that and see if we get the plasma conversion naturally. I'll take a big reload, I think. But we need to spend some nitro now on the actual decent weapons, which we are not seeing anything for. Just not great nitro stuff here. Guess we'll see what we get. Okay, plasma, not too bad. I don't think I want to put any stat increases into it. Mainly just paint jobs for overclocks in case we get the turbo encabulator artifacts. Since we are going for heavy weapon and beam upgrades here. But getting it to scale with the occasional plasma upgrade and having it bounce around off of the terrain on this map is still nice to have. Reload on that. I think we will take a blue that gets me the final overclock for it. Hopefully with my levels slowing down now, I'll actually be able to get some HP, since the energy bars won't be reducing it as much. Because it really sucks losing like half of your HP to an enemy that was hidden behind terrain or something. I guess. That's not bad, but it would unlock the status damage global upgrade. So I think we're going to take that just to avoid it. This is actually a pretty high damage overclock. It seems to add about 100% of the base damage. So it is pretty good if you're trying to scale the damage on that weapon as high as possible. I just can't really move anywhere on the map. Big beam range. SHARD diffractor. Let's get another red sugar cube, I guess, to help out with the HP. I'm almost dead, even though I haven't really even been hit here. And then hopefully we find some red sugar. I guess we'll take that over basics. Let's actually look for some red sugar as well. We have the Morkite done. There's something over there. Looks like just meta currency. We don't need that, but it's cool.
Guess what's on the menu? More bugs. And they're pissed.
Let's go for some crit damage. Shard Diffractor gets us the level 18, and this is the one I wanted to try building around. 150% damage minus 50% lifetime, but we're giving up a 4 times beam multiplier here, so in order to make this even remotely decent, we're going to have to hopefully get some decent beam upgrades in the shop.
Stage 4 is done. Onwards to stage 5 we go.
But the damage per beam should be pretty high. How's the uptime now? 1.53 lifetime. Wow, that's bad. I don't think we're gonna take a green reload though. Try and find some better stuff.
I'm feeling lucky.
Potency on that's not bad. More freezing. Cheap level up.
It'll do. Nope. Try again.
Decent plasma, sure.
This is gonna help me be a perfect dwarf. Let's shake it up.
Shard Diffractor, we can grab both of these. And that brings it to 0.91 versus 1.53.
Only one way to rouse the Dreadnought. Destroy its cocoons. Kill them all, miner.
Let's go grab some red sugar so I don't just die to a random bug hiding behind something. I think our HP actually should ramp up decently now with 2 of the red sugar cubes. And the leveling speed slowing down a bit.
Well done, you got them all.
Doesn't look like I can fit through there. Yeah, I definitely think I should have gone the ration pack over the Nitro scanner, especially on this map. I'll take a level for that. At level 18 it will bounce even more, for even more freezing. See if I can take a small hit here so I can actually pick up the red sugar. A slasher mini elite would probably almost one-shot me still. Gold tipped is okay. We can probably do better. No, we can't. Okay. BLT ration pack. Thank God. My HP is actually okay now. We might have enough pickup radius. I'll grab a bit more. So I guess we'll want somewhere with a lot of vines nearby so we have a lot of terrain to bounce shots off of onto the bosses to maximize the damage. Okay, there they are. But I also have to be pretty careful since my HP is still pretty low. Let's grab some plasma damage for everything. I don't think I'm going to be able to stay near the vines. It's already kind of hard to move over there. We'll try it later on when my damage is high enough that I can instantly kill trash mobs, maybe. But right now it just seems too risky since I almost died earlier when he charged very close to me. Big mining speed. We can probably get some decent bounces in here now that I have pretty high mining speed. Oh, he actually goes clean over the unbreakable vines.
Objective completed. Dreadnought threat eliminated. Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It will leave without you. Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out. Feeling that one more fuel work of 4 if we just give you enough guns. Management is pleased.
We do have 283% reload. I could probably use some more lifetime for the beams. But it's still not that high of an uptime. Take a bit of cheap potency for that, some crit damage. Bit of armor to go with the HP hopefully. I guess a bit of XP since we're... Okay, luck is definitely important. That helps us find beams for it.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed and gold to be mined.
The armor should be pretty helpful once we finally start getting some decent HP. Which I hope is soon. But the energy bars were actually a lot more painful than I thought they would be here. Crit damage or a paint job for that. We probably want to get everything up to 18 in case we get the artifact that scales with overclocks. Getting the extra reload speed and damage from that would be pretty helpful.
The scavengers lit up like a Christmas tree. We have a swarm incoming. Supplies ready for you. Clear the landing zone of obstacles, please. Swarm detected. Get ready. Copy. We'll help you.
Another red sugar cube? I think it's kind of late at stage 6. Let's just grab the diver's manual now. Very solid stats, especially when you're scaling crits. Some decent heavy reload. Did take some damage to grab the sugar here.
Swarm is heading your way. Load up.
But I can't. Please. I can't take any damage here, rip. I'm not gonna take an a detonator, they still hit extremely hard. Breach cutter. Sure. We can still get decent use out of that, and it makes the artifact pool a little bit smaller. I think I have enough pickup radius that it won't do a ton for me, but just making the pool a bit smaller can be pretty useful. Breach cutter, we can get that pretty close to finished, and then that one can maybe get a paint job to finish that off.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
Bit of crits, bit of HP to help with the energy bars, luck definitely, breach cutter.
Why not? Next.
Can finish that with a paint job, or we can grab more shard diffractor. Bit of movement speed.
Something like this.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done, miner.
We're still only at one beam, but it should be pretty high damage, I hope. Please give me the red sugar! They really need to change that artifact a bit so that you can actually pick it up. Shard diffractor. If you're at full HP, just to get the bonus. Oh my god, I still can't pick up the red sugar! Please! Thank you. Turbo encabulator, there we go. My mining speed is going to hurt, but oh well. We lost almost 60% there. But that should make the reload on that a lot nicer. We're at almost 75% uptime now, even with the huge penalties to the lifetime on it. Breach cutter or finish that. I like the breach cutter. It's my second weapon here.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
Well, we'll finish it with a purple damage and have that shoot in the opposite direction. I guess I need to take a detonator to get the red sugar here. Can't get that one because of the weird mechanic where if it's already in your pickup radius when it drops, you have to go outside of your pickup radius and then back in. Okay, there we go. Kind of light on gold here, so take some breach cutter upgrades, some reload.
Get enough of this. Nope. Try again.
We could go ahead and finish that off since I have an encabulator, and definitely not taking the favorites and reducing the damage of my other stuff. Let's see what else we got. Not a whole lot. I'll take a beam reload and a bit of potency for that, for more freezing power.
That's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
And finally, on stage 8, we're starting to get a decent amount of HP with the double red sugar cube. Oh yeah, I'm at 10% mining speed now with the extra overclocks I got there. More reload or potency? It needs potency a bit more.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Squinties? I think they would be a damage boost currently, and we are on stage 8, so there's not that much more time to scale up. Yeah, I think they're okay. Probably not amazing though. Ah, I got baited. That's the wrong weapon. Oh well. We still only have one tiny beam for the shard diffractor. We still need 3 more flowers. I'm getting a ton of reloads, so let's go for some damage on the breach cutter.
Well done, you got more.
I think we're fine on pickup. We're also a bit light on gold. We'll probably look for something more global like plasma damage or crit damage.
Try again.
Instead of beam stuff, we'll take some breach cutter.
I want another go.
Shard diffractor damage.
Show me more.
Some good crit chance. And then we have nothing left.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
Well, I did try to scale up the Shard diffractor in an interesting way, but we ended up getting better stuff for the breach cutter. So I think that's going to pretty heavily outperform only a single beam here. Damage. I don't mind a reload on the plasma burster. The freezes on that are pretty nice so far. That would slightly improve the freezing, but it's not great. We don't really use piercing other than the warthog. Salty pretzel is actually pretty good with the HP I have now. I don't mind that. I'm gonna take a single hit here so we can grab the red sugar up here and to the right. Finally, on stage 9, we are decently tanky with the salty pretzel and a ton of red sugar cube scaling. Wow, I have zero Morkite, and I don't really have time to finish that. Some big movement speed. We have 17 seconds and very low mining speed, so there's just not enough time for that quest. Luck.
I rarely pick one of these. Let me try again.
Very low on gold again. Breach cutter.
Let me try again.
Shard diffractor.
Courses through me. What else we got?
We do have enough for just the weapon range there. Not really any useful gold stuff. Oh well.
I'm raring to try this out.
This is it. Destroy the cocoons and take out the
Tried to ambush me.
overclock miner.
Big reload for the two main weapons. Unfortunately, we still only have one tiny little shard diffractor beam. And that's why I think that overclock is not very good. We passed up ×4 total beams, and we also reduced the lifetime on top of that. Just so hard to make that decent. Nope. Ammo rig would work on the Warthog, but that's it. None of these do anything. And we're out of Nitro now. Go, my tiny shard diffractor beam, tickle them! We still killed them pretty easily, but I think the breach cutter did a lot of the work there. Looks like the shard diffractor is hitting for about 7,500, and the breach cutter is hitting for 2,100, but a lot faster. Maybe 3,000? I don't know, there's a lot of bouncing plasma here. So yeah, we were trying to do the overheat plus overcharged fuel cells combo, but in order to make that decent, you would have to get some +1 beams upgrades for the legendaries, and we just didn't find a single one for that weapon. We only found one in the entire game, and that was for the breach cutter, so that ended up doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. So we had almost 78 million on the breach cutter. Actually 57 for only one beam. That's actually really good. It was my 4th weapon as well, so it got overclocks and levels a bit slower. Man, if we had even +1 beam for that, that would have been pretty solid. Getting up to like 3 or 4 with those damage mods actually would be pretty insane, it seems like. The hollow bow does allow them to bounce a bit more since there's a lot more terrain with the undestroyable red vines and the regrowing living vines. 159 million plasma total, all 4 plasma weapons. Got the cryo effect on that, but we passed on the shock, so I wouldn't find the global status damage upgrade to make them a bit more focused on the weapons I had here. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.